We're very pleased this afternoon to be at our Atlanta camp with a special friend of offense defense, a kid that was with us in our 2007 bowl game, and turned out to be a superstar. Was the MVP of that game, and we're pleased to have Cam Newton here with us at camp. Cam, tell us a little bit about the bowl game experience when you first came down as a high school senior playing that bowl game.
First off, I was just blessed to be in that whole situation. I guess, I was lucky, blessed and lucky on top of that, just to be in that whole situation with, me being selected, over, you got 4,000 other seniors across the country. So I love the whole experience. I met guys that, you see in now that's in NFL draft, and now I get to say, I knew him, I played with him, the Joe Haydens, the Dunlaps, all of them just goes down the list, man. And I was even blessed to be in that whole situation.
He was with Cam was with a special class of guys. Of those kids that were at that specific bowl game, 7 of them decided to go pro their junior year in college. 7 of them were drafted in the first round of that pick, just from that one class. He was in a special class, which says an awful lot about him, having been selected the MVP of that game. This guy was the superstar of the superstars that are in the NFL today. It's just a precursor to what we got coming up next year from you. You're gonna have a great year playing ball, and then this is going to happen to you maybe next year. What do you think?
I'm hoping, man. I'm praying every single day. God gives me that blessing, and I know it's going to come.
Yes, he does. He does. He's blessed you for sure. But you've been working hard, too. God helps those who help themselves, and you've been really working hard, and I know will continue. You're a special guy, and you've gone on. You've played for Florida. Tell me a little bit about playing behind Tebow.
A lot of guys, ask me the same question, and I think I shock them with what I say because, even though I was a backup quarterback to Tebow, I learned so much more than he thought he taught me, just by being around him. He was an outstanding leader on and off the field. People look at Tebow and ask me all the time, well, was Tebow really like how everyone looks at him on TV? He was that guy. Yeah, while I was at Florida, I was very immature. And leaving Florida, I could really say I felt myself turn into a man, with controlling the whole football team, demanding the whole team's respect, and that the list goes on.
Yeah. You were blessed, and he is a wonderful man. I'm glad you had a chance to be with him. I think that certainly was great. You went on to Blinn and national championship, set all kinds of passing records. What was that like?
Very humbling.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier in my little speech or whatnot, at University of Florida, it's like the heavens of college football. It's at the pinnacle of college football, And me going from University of Florida to a junior college that is supposedly supposed to be a pretty good junior college, it's nowhere near as what, Florida has ever been like, and it was very humbling to just be in that situation, waking up to, cows. I'm a city boy. I'm not used to waking up in cows, but, just for the whole 365 days I was there, man, I learned something every single day.
Yeah, I think it certainly was good for you. You did well. You could have quit, could have backed off, could have said football's not for me,
right.
And look at where you are. I'll tell you, you got some stick-to-itiveness. You're a great guy. I'm not going to put you on the spot making predictions for this year, but we're really going to be rooting for these War Eagles over there. We're going to be rooting for those guys, and wish you well. And I really thank you for being with us. I know you came a long way today. Classes this morning, and you got a throw-in session this afternoon. We got 2 hours to ride, so I really am glad that you're with us. We're going to want you back a long, long time. Camp, thanks for being with us, okay?
I'm happy to be here, and I'm more happy for me to be here than y'all have me here. Y'all jump-started my career, and the least I could do is be here.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.